call, and Sheedy. That's neatly done by Everton through midfield this time. Bigre's cross. Sharp. Air ball is right in there, and the hand was used, and it's a penalty for Everton. With Graham Sharp applying the pressure. Sharp jumped, and then, well, it was a push. Sharp was happy to fall, to my mind, and it's going to be Kevin Sheedy. Everton have worked hard to try and take the lead, and they've got it! Without playing much fluent football in truth, but that will ease the burden a little. Thumped in by Sheedy. Plenty of movement from Wimbledon now as he delivers the ball in. And that's going to be a corner, and Everton aren't home yet. You were beaten at home a week earlier, and the week before that beaten 6-2. A win is of paramount importance. Everton are very, very close. Joseph. Oh, and it's fair weather, and Southall, he's lost it, and Cotterill. Steve Cotterill has equalised for Wimbledon in injury time. The striker playing a full First Division game for the first time. A great moment for him and for the manager, Bobby Gould. Everton couldn't clear the corner. And when it was knocked back there by Ryan, look at this from Fairweather. And Southall dropped it. Cotterill was right on hand.
There's something about the season of mellow fruitfulness which seems to stir Arsenal. It was November last year when they began to mature, and their summary dismissal of Liverpool's conquest from last week suggests the pattern might be repeated. Alan Smith is supposed to be off colour, just wait till he's on. Mark Falco, who helped to flatten Liverpool, helped to flatten himself, his head and Tony Adams' boot coinciding nastily. But I'm happy to say Falco's OK after a night in hospital, 5 stitches in a mouth wound. Rangers' strike force, though, seem to have been knocked out entirely, not a single shot on goal. Arsenal up the tempo, Richardson sandwiched, and Lee Dixon's taking a liking to penalties. 3 goals in 3 games for the fullback. And with Chelsea faltering at home, Arsenal eased nicely into top spot. Siggy Johnson much preferring life at this end of the table to where his old teammates at Sheffield are languishing. His first goal for the champions.
Good interception by Case, and that's a great ball too for Rodney Wallace, and it's clear in here behind Lee. Problems for Chelsea. Oh, hit the post. Final minute of the first half, still goalless. Osman looking for right out. Now, did Roberts hold him there, or did he trip him? Referee says yes, penalty. It's Letitia to take the penalty, Besson the wrong way, and Southampton in front. Case. Right out. Now to turn again, and Letitia's got some space, away from Clark, away from Lee, and away from Besson, 2-0. Good goal, actually. Matthew Letitia second. And a long, long way back for Chelsea now. Roberts. Dixon. Moncao. Yes! Hazard will take the corner. Belief again on the shed. Dickens with a header. Moncao with a header. Wilson! They've equalised! played by Moncur. Slice there, and missed by Osman, and Dixon with a chance to win it maybe, round the goalkeeper, oh, and Hodge just got back there, and Osman was able to stop it on the line.
After 2 defeats away, Villa revelled in the comforts of home, no one more so than Tony Daly, who went like a knife through butter to set up Ian Ormondroyd for the first. His first at Villa Park, 9 months after signing. It was Daly's work that led to number 2. Just one of those sort of days, really, for Coventry. Trevor Peake running it in after a Grizovic had blocked the blockbuster. Coventry have never won at Villa Park in a league fixture and never looked likely to, despite Mickey Ginn reducing the deficit with less than half an hour gone. But after an adverse reaction to all the euphoria surrounding their performance on the match 2 weeks ago, Villa looked to be back in the groove. Ormondroyd second, adjudged to have gone over the line. The fourth was a penalty. England new boy David Platt turning much too sharply for the luckless Peake. Platt himself taking the kick for his 10th of the season and Villa's 10th in their last 2 home games.
Set off on a glorious run. Andy Townsend is in. Allen is square for him. He'll go all the way. Scooped up by Bowler.
Interesting little study at Selhurst Park. Not Nigel Martyn for the moment, but the contrasting fortunes of Lineker and Bright, who tried to fill the void when Lineker left Leicester for Everton. First blood to Bright, but you can never feel too secure at Palace. Nigel Martyn wouldn't have taken on the goalkeeper's job if he'd fancied a quiet life. David Howells didn't exactly have to shake off his markers, and Martyn's £1 million debut was underway. 1 each, but you don't get off that lightly, Nigel. Down goes Gascoigne, and up steps Lineker for number 9 this season. Seemed like a cue for Bright to upstage his old Leicester buddy. Ian Wright involved, goes almost without saying, and Bright getting the bounce. But what you gain on the swings, you lose on the ricochet. Vinnie Samways with a preposterous deflection. The harsh realities of keeping goal for Crystal Palace.
Manchester United certainly looked the part at Kenilworth Road. Home comforts as far as Luton are concerned is a plastic pitch. United just skated across the surface. Hughes setting up Danny Wallace, his first league goal for United. It gets better and better. Stunning move this, but where on earth are Luton? Brian McClare charging down the right. Clayton Blackmore charging down the middle. Didn't even have to break stride. That was a beauty. Luton pull one back following Kingsley Black's corner. Crowded goalmouth. Richard Harvey taking aim. Jim Leighton getting in a right old flux again. Memories of Norway. Danny Wilson it was who followed it up. But United were well worth their second away win of the season. 3 great team goals. Wallace, who had a storming match picking out Hughes. Just his sort of range, that, and just his sort of style.
Colin Hendry was bought to put a plug in the leaking defence at Main Road, and Mel Machin tried a little reshuffle as well. He had to try everything. But 4 men up front left the midfield hopelessly exposed. Crosby on the diagonal gallop, butterflies, panic, and a penalty. Sorry, Steve Hodge, you don't get that one. Nigel Clough hadn't scored a league goal all season, decided to take it out on Andy Dibble. Put a little swagger back into Clough's stride. Forrest on the break again now, loving it. Chapman. Hodge. And Crosby coming at them out of the sun this time. What an arrogant little shimmy by Nigel Clough. 2-0. City had lost Andy Hinchcliffe by now, sent off for dissent, and 10 men had no chance of salvaging what 11 men had created. Brian Rice with all the time and all the space in the world. City bottom but 1 now. Forest's little hiccup seems to be over.
Sheffield Wednesday's revival came to a halt at Derby. Wednesday had won their previous two. Now they'll be kicking themselves after this one. A bad goal to concede, all right. This really is bottom of the table stuff. Although much credit to Paul Goddard. The perseverance paying off for him. Well, Derby excellent value for the points, despite an assist by Kevin Pressman for number 2. Saunders studding it in for his 11th of the season. The First Division's top scorer at the moment.
Thompson. Oh, he's in trouble here with Rush and holds him. Barnes. A delicate chip and it's in. A superb goal by Barnes. 38 minutes gone. A mistake and a moment of magic have given Liverpool the lead. Thompson got himself in all kinds of trouble there with Rush.
Absolutely superb goal, great chip. He always looked the man most likely, and he succeeded.
Cascarino, Hussein right behind him, and the free kick goes Millwall's way. Incidentally, on the Liverpool goal, full credit to referee Jim Ashworth. There was no question that Thompson brought down Rush, but he allowed Liverpool to play on, and that was the right decision. Oh, it's a goal at the other end! As Grobbelaar got caught out, Thompson has made up for his mistake in the best possible way. Houghton again. Whelan. Bit lucky that that reached Ian Rush, and now to Staunton. And he's beaten Sparham. And again. And a good little ball for Houghton. Rush and Barnes in the middle. Here's Rush. Yes! Ian Rush breaks his barren spell, and Liverpool are in front.